I'm sure that if you use eyeliner or liquid eyeliner in particular, you've probably had 1 or 2 times or more than that where you've tried to make your eyeliners symmetrical and you've absolutely failed. Me too, bro, me too. Hello, syndicates, welcome back to my channel. Or if you're new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Cindy and I'm an avant-garde makeup artist. But today I'm not gonna be talking about avant-garde makeup. I'm actually gonna be talking about glam. Whoa, that's so crazy. And if you don't know what avant-garde makeup is, it's the complete opposite of glam and commercial and beautiful things. Well, avant-garde makeup is beautiful, but it's more like distorted beauty. It's very experimental, it's very unconventional. It's usually a little bit weird, so not everybody's cup of tea. But on the other hand, glam is like things you'll see on the red carpet or you see on everyday makeup. You might want to put it on for a night out or maybe a day out, depending on what your mood is. And it's supposed to make you feel, as the name says, it's glamorous. And I know that there's a lot of people who have asked me, can you please do some like makeup for basics? I guess not for basics, but basic makeup tutorials and hacks is gonna help you become more well-versed and more technically skilled in applying your own makeup, because I want it to be a fun experience for everyone. Okay, let's get started. Okay, first, let's cover the type of eye shape that I have and also some of the terms I might be using while I'm talking through the entire video. The first is I have a tapered eyelid, which means that my eyelid has a double fold, so it's here. But when I open my eyelids, they tend to kind of disappear into my crease. This little thing over here is called an epicanthic fold, and so a lot of people who have this tend to have trouble drawing the inner corner of their eye when it comes to eyeliner, or we get left like gunk, so it almost looks like we're bleeding charcoal from our eyes. And then this is a brow bone. When I talk about my crease, I'm gonna be talking about where this little thing is, not this. This is a tear duct. This is a waterline, that little skin that separates your eyelid and your eye, that little piece of skin right there, yeah. Fold, inner corner, outer corner. Boom! Terminology set. Now let's move into the makeup. Let's start off with eyeshadow. I'm gonna take a mini palette. This one's from Makeup Revolution's XX Revolution, and it's a little mini palette with 6 colors. They have multiple of these, but I'm just gonna take the coral ones. I already have my base done with the skin tint, and I do have a little bit of concealer on as well, but I'm gonna be focusing on this. Take a little brush. This one's a Sigma brush, and the first mistake that I see people making is they're following that trend, or I guess that makeup hack that I saw a long time ago, where you put like a piece of tape right here and then you just cover your eyeshadow so that there's this harsh line at the end of your eye. The reason the tape method doesn't work for me is because the curvature of my eye is like here, and so it doesn't just go sharp upwards. It doesn't really make sense. So instead, we're gonna use the ample amount of space that we have over here and we're gonna cover it in a round motion. So I'm gonna take a very light color, boop, boop, little tappy 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 here, and then where the crease is right here, can press it, and that's where your socket is. I'm gonna start right here and brush this back and forth, back and forth. And we're stopping at the end of our eye, right here. So now we're eliminating that first mistake of creating too harsh of a line. Just gently press it into your skin. Notice I am not wearing any eye primer, but you can if you want a more pigmented look. I just find that my eyelids, probably because they're a little bit oily, they do tend to capture the pigment quite nicely. After I do one side, I always do the other side. This is the part where a lot of people don't consider. How far do you actually go into the eye? Do not go all the way into your nose. And do not also just stay over here, because you're just eliminating like half of your eye. Instead, press the most part of the product over here, and so that's gonna be like the thickest of the orange, and then you're gonna move it inwards with the rest of the product as it's dying out on your brush, all the way till right here. Then we're just gonna blend out the edge, make sure that it's soft so that it's not a harsh line. Bring it in again, and boom. Now that's a solid base. We're gonna add just one more color on here, and it's gonna be the darker color. So I was using the light orange, and then here is kind of like a shimmery dark red. I'm gonna add it right here, pressing down. As you can see, as I press here, you'll see where the crease is. Just work with the shape of your eye, not against it. Ooh, a little shimmer. How fun. And I'm brushing it inwards towards my eye. The second very basic mistake I see people making on their makeup is where to start the cut crease. But just with a brush, I'm actually using, I believe, a lip brush, but any brush that has a flat bristle. I don't know why I hit my hand so many times, like it's gonna give me an answer. But basically I want a pretty flat brush that has like an arch on it. And I'm gonna be using, and you can use concealer, but I would prefer you use something like a base primer. So the one I have right here is the Makeup Revolution London Creator Revolution Eye Primer Super Base. This one's one of my favorites. It's got a very, very light color, almost close to white. I'm gonna just take it off their applicator because you don't need that much. And instead of starting where a lot of people start, and this is a mistake I used to make, stop doing it from here and drawing outwards. Instead, go where the eye socket starts, I guess, over here. And I'm gonna take this and make a little dot, make sure I blink that you can see it. And then I'm gonna draw a arch, following the arch of my eye with my eye completely open. Then as I get to about the 45-degree angle of my inner corner of my eye, so this is my inner corner and it's like, boom, this is the 45-degree angle I'm talking about. I might just honestly use my hand to blend out the front, and then you can blend out the end. You're gonna only wanna go to half of your eye. Let's do it on the other side. Okay, as soon as we're satisfied with the shape, we're gonna come in with a lighter color. So in my Sigma Sculpt Highlight and Contour palette, I have a very light color I like to use for my cut crease. It's slightly metallic, so it's got a little bit of shimmer to it. We're gonna press that down. We're not gonna brush it around. Press, 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 press. And the primer is gonna really help make this shimmer go off. Crease. And I'm gonna use actually a little bit of this same shimmer with my finger right underneath my eye, like right under my tear duct. And that's gonna open my eye a little bit. Whoa, pretty. Second mistake. Crush, that's what I was trying to say. Second mistake. I should have said that in the beginning. What's the third mistake we're gonna tackle? Let's go into eyeliner. An eyeliner mistake that I see a lot of people making is when they're doing a winged eyeliner with a liquid eyeliner. They tend to draw outwards and it ends up with a very shaky handiwork, or it gets caught in your crease, or you're having wrinkles on your eyes, and it's very hard to control the angles for both sides of your eyes. So I'm sure that if you use eyeliner or liquid eyeliner in particular, you've probably had 1 or 2 times or more than that where you've tried to make your eyeliners symmetrical and you've absolutely failed. Me too, bro, me too. So here's a hack that I've learned that's gonna help you avoid that. The first thing you want to do is make a triangle, but instead of making a triangle with 2 swoops, you're gonna do 1 swoop and 1 inward swoop. That doesn't make any sense, let me just show you. First you swoop up, whoop. Then instead of doing the same swoop upwards like this, you're gonna take the tip from here and then you're gonna draw inwards. So kind of squint your eyes downwards and go like this, then go down to the middle of your eye, to the middle of your eye, and stop. Okay, now that we have it over here, before we fill that in, we're gonna do the same thing over here. Now look at yourself in the mirror. Looks pretty symmetrical to me. Fill it in inwards as well. In. It's so much easier to do so, and then when you get to the lash line, then you wanna switch it around and draw out. Out. Looking good so far. Mistake number 3. Mistake number 4. Before you put on your mascara and false eyelashes, you may notice that your eyelashes are quite sparse. That is a problem that I have. When I put on my eyeliner, maybe in person you can't really tell, but when I photograph myself, without fail, you'll see my waterline exposed, and that's just your neutral skin tone color. And that can be very jarring, especially if you're doing like a smoky eye, because it feels like you didn't do your eyeliner properly. And this is a solution that can help you very easily. Take a pencil eyeliner, not a liquid one, a pencil one, and open that. Ugh, got it. And draw. And And there we go. It makes it look a lot fuller. This is also very optional. If you really don't care about the skin showing, then it's really not a big deal. Yes! By the way, the gel eyeliner pen that I was using is also from One Size. It's the Point Made Bootylicious Black 24-hour gel eyeliner pencil, along with the liquid Point Made Bootylicious Black 24 eyeliner liquid style. Was that the 4th mistake or the 5th mistake? I think that was the 4th mistake. Number 5. Mistake number 5 has to do with mascara. In terms of mascara, you wanna curl your eyelashes first before you put on your mascara. Curl gently. And then immediately afterwards, put on your mascara. Okay, quick thing, mistake number 6 is gonna be within this step because at the bottom of my lashes, those lashes are really tiny and I can't do it like this. The applicator is always going to be too thick, too long, too big, and it's gonna always add some sort of residue at the bottom of my eye. So instead of doing this at the bottom, turn your applicator like this and only use the tip and make sure there's not a bunch of clumps on there. And if there is, all you gotta do is just wipe it off. This mascara that I was using is from NYX Professional Makeup called Worth the Hype Volumizing and Lengthening Mascara. It's in the color black. So that was mistake number 6. Okay, let's switch it up and go to your lips. Mistake number 7. The next common mistake that I see a lot of people make is with their lipsticks and how to draw the cupid bow properly. A lot of people will just kind of go over it. They won't even draw it at all, and they'll end up starting over here or down here, and the lipstick ends up bleeding everywhere. So here's the easiest way that I've found, and I want to use 3 different types of lipsticks to show you. Most people will probably have a lipstick kind of like this, and then this is a crayon, maybe a little less common depending on what type of lipsticks you're used to using. Then the last one is a typical liquid lipstick. So I'm gonna start off with the lip crayon and show you the technique that I would use to draw my cupid bow. So instead of like starting off here or starting off here and just like rubbing my lips together, do this, make an X. And that's how you start off with your cupid bow. That acts as your anchor. So we're gonna continue. You're gonna draw down and then down. Fill it up. Then push your lips together. Do not draw here. That doesn't look good. Now that you kind of filled up the bottom lip, you're gonna wanna draw the line. Start here, then draw down. So when you do this, it should look like that, a line on a cupid's bow. See, it's that easy. If you're using a regular lipstick, we're gonna do the same thing. Take the flat surface and we're gonna do the little cross thing. And then go around, down, then down the other side. Then we're gonna push our lips together. Then draw the bottom. And that's how you use a regular lipstick. Then finally, we're gonna use a liquid lipstick on top. I would never recommend you to put 3 lipsticks on top of each other. I'm just really lazy and don't wanna get a paper towel to wipe this off, so I'm gonna just immediately put this on top. Liquid lipstick is definitely the hardest to do. And if you actually want to just forego your cupid's bow, you can actually just connect it. And some people actually prefer this look. I've actually used this type of lipstick look for some of my makeup looks. And I think mistake number 7 is covered. Mistake number 8 is the inner corner eyeliners. This part, a lot of people have trouble with. The mistake is that they start just scribbling on the inside of their skin, which just makes your eyes water. You can't even see it. So first of all, with your Epicanthic fold, you're going to mark where the bottom triangle is gonna go. One down here, ooh, and then one line over here. There we go. Then do the same on the other side. But it doesn't look like it's actually connected to anything because we didn't extend our eyeliner all the way to the front. So we're gonna take that pencil eyeliner again. Once this is dry, pull the skin forward from your nose, and then exposing this side of the eye, you're going to just draw and connect the inside of your eye triangle to the part of your eyeliner. Ta-da! Same thing here. Is that mistake number 8? Then we have mistake number 9. Mistake number 9 is a simple one. Most people would just take out your eyelashes and just use them as is. Do not do that. You're gonna have to cut your eyelashes. So you're gonna pull this out, and I always, even if it has adhesive on it, use eyelash glue on top of it. So take a pair of scissors. You wanna kind of gently position it on your eye and see like how much you wanna cut off. And generally you don't wanna put your eyelashes all the way to the end, because what happens is it interferes with this fold and this crease. And knowing that, you actually wanna cut off a little bit more and start your eyelashes around the first third of your eye instead of like the very beginning. And that's gonna really help avoid all the pokies that happen. So I'm actually gonna cut like this amount off because I like my eyelashes a little bit smaller. Now this leads me to, I believe, the final mistake, which is mistake number 10, putting your eyelash glue on your eyelashes instead of putting it on your eye. You're gonna put it over here. Doing this is going to really make it easier for you to position the eyelash on your lash line or close enough to your lash line so that it doesn't seem like it's floating or has extra space. Normally when you put it directly on your eyelashes, what ends up happening is you put it on your eye and one's a little bit higher, one's a little bit lower, and I've just struggled with that all my life until I discovered that putting it on my eyelash line is going to be so much faster. Then because this is a clear eyelash glue, you're just going to wait for it to get tacky. It's going to get a little bit sticky. You're going to take your eyelash, make sure you're taking the right one, put the front down, let it grip, and then lay the rest down with it. Kind of like snuggle it into your eye. And it grips so quickly, so nicely. Ta-da! And here is the final look. I know I totally have 3 layers of lipstick on myself, and that's not normal, but I do hope that you learned a lot from this video. Comment below if you're a cut crease girl or not a cut crease girl. Do you prefer having it like really defined, or do you prefer it when it looks a little bit more natural? Take your pick! If you like this video, then make sure to check out this one as well. And as usual, stay creative, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye! Do